Here's my, they call them Chinese diesel heaters. I don't think they call them Chinese anymore because they won't get offended. So this right here is your input. That goes right in there. You use this little bracket just to keep it up. There's a little filter right in there. So that one you want to have. You also want to have, don't use a cheap plastic. Use this silver line. Anything with the plastic, it smells. And it offsets some bad chemicals as well. That's one aspect to it. Now, putting this together, the initial one, it wants you to come off of here and into the input right there, which I actually blocked off. But what I've done is I drilled a hole in the back of that, and I can actually take it off. But you want it maybe like right about there, because you want it in case you get some dirt in there. You don't want it at the very bottom because it's going to suck it up. So just like enough in there. And then what I did was I came through the back and then right into the filter. I don't know if you can see all that. Yeah, I guess I did a good job of hiding it all. But, oh, there it is right there, I'm sorry. So I came in right from the back of there, put a little hole in there and it came in. So that keeps it on closed. The biggest fear was this being in transport or carrying it, getting knocked off and then fuel spilling everywhere. Obviously, the cool part is you got all of your storage inside of here. So I can actually take this off, go inside here. I don't even really use that. I just keep it attached here. So this obviously goes into your power station. The biggest thing with these things is amperage. A lot of people put these into smaller power stations. It has to have about 10 amps on startup. So what that means is if your power station isn't putting out 10 amps, this thing is going to start to kick up, then die out. After it gets started, the glow plugs are going, everything's fine. But there's something else I'm going to show you guys. I'll show you Trent. No, I think that's about it. Just on your output. Actually, one other thing too that's good too to have is these thumb screw. Yeah, the diesel smells, so that's always in my kit. Thumb screw these on. Makes it life much easier for portability. Get a couple thumb screws like that. And, oh, I was going to talk about the Bluetooth thing. Here's another thing, because I came up with one time throughout. This guy didn't have any heat. So I made a contraption and I got back and I actually used a soup can at the time and cut a hole in it and put the two hoses off of that. It didn't work as intended. So something like this where you can divert the heat if you have multiple structures that you need to keep cool or warm. But the Bluetooth thing, not that that's a big issue, but there is a passcode that's standard on these. I do like the Bluetooth function. It is an upsell. Let's make sure you got the Bluetooth one. But essentially what you can do is you can control it right from your device. So we're in the tent. A lot of people in the past these would be hardwired and would extend the wires maybe about 8 feet. So you could do it within the tent. With this, you just do the Bluetooth, boom, it goes right on. The bad part about it is the Bluetooth passcode is the same, and a lot of people, like you can imagine you turning yours off and turning somebody else's off, or you're turning yours up and turning somebody else up, or you got these good friends out there that love you so much they like to bake you out and laugh about it. That's the thing that worries me. So we'll be in touch, man.